Welcome back to the Vendor Table, presented by Aftershoot, the AI culling, editing, and retouching program designed to give you your time back so you could focus on the important things. What's up, Lauren? Hi. We're excited. This is an exciting episode. Our most requested guest.
It's not who you think.
And it's not who you think, okay? No joke, over the last 2 years, we've mentioned this person's name, I want to say probably 5 bajillion times. Okay.
It's like every episode.
It's probably every episode. We always mention your name. So today's guest is Meredith Shine, aka Big Dith.
None other than
Big Dith energy.
Big Dith.
Oh no.
Yeah, baby. Big Dith energy up here. She's a wedding and engagement photographer who's been shooting since high school, where she first got hooked on photography in the darkroom after graduating from the School of Visual Arts and now being in the industry for 5 years. She's photographed over 180 weddings and counting. Meredith specializes in capturing those timeless moments that tell each couple's unique story. Meredith was a former bride of mine. She is my main second shooter. She's been working with me for 5 years. And I am so excited, and I know Lauren's going to freak the fuck out that you're here because this is Lauren's wife.
My wife.
Bestie.
I introduced them, FYI, probably 3 years ago at my team dinner. Mm-hmm. Okay, we just figured that out.
Also, worth mentioning, she's also now my main second shooter.
Stole that too. But
Borrowed.
Borrowed. Borrowed is a better word.
Best way.
But Meredith has been with me for 5 years. Crazy.
I know.
To think that, right? And you want to tell the story about how you got started as a second shooter?
How I got started as a second shooter.
Yeah. You remember this?
Yeah, because I had messaged you, I think, on Instagram.
You were my bride, or
yes,
like you were like one of my brides.
I hired you for my wedding, and we were already speaking then, but I had messaged you on Instagram, or you were doing an Instagram live with Britt Lee, and I was like, I just want to get into weddings. I don't know where to start, and you put me on as a third shooter for a date, and then, what was it, 3 days before?
Yep.
He canceled on you.
Yes.
But you had faith in me. You were like, hey, what do you feel about groom prep?
Yep. Yep. I was like, well, all right. You were going to third shoot in shadow, and that ended up being the start, the kickoff.
History.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, I know you look back on that wedding and you were like, oh, I got so much better since then. And it's been 5 years. So it's like, of course, we've all gotten better. But you crushed it. That first wedding, I was just like, okay, here's some tips. Put the groom in the best light.
Yes.
Shoot into it. Make it like little moody, edgy, stuff like that. That's how I showed some examples.
I was going to say, we got on a call, you pulled up a gallery, we went through everything. You wanted to just make sure I was really prepared for it, which was very helpful. But I think having already a good base in photography was very helpful.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was like. Yeah. You had done portraits.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that though, like how you got started on your wedding photography journey, besides second shooting for me and stuff like that. You started in high school, you shoot film, you went to the School of Visual Arts. Talk a little bit about like the backstory.
Yeah, so I was, I went to art school. I know that's not everyone's most favorable topic.
I don't know what you mean.
We went to art school.
Yeah. So
don't go to school for art.
One of us graduated.
So yeah, I went to art school, graduated.
Two of us graduated.
Yeah, I did the corporate gig for a little bit, but I really wanted to work with people. And I think when I was planning my own wedding was really where I was like, man, I just love wedding photography. Started, just asking friends and family to model for me so I could start building a portfolio. And I literally was like emailing photographers I liked. I found them on Instagram and was like, hey, I'm new. I don't know where to start, but I think our work is very similar. And if you have any like opportunities to second shoot, third shoot, or even mentor or anything, like I'm willing to like pay you for your time. And you gave me my first shot. You really like got the ball rolling on that. And that first wedding, I like fell in love with wedding photography. And I know
that was a good first wedding to shoot.
Yeah. You've always said that you have to kind of be built for this, and you will know after the first wedding whether or not this is something that you want to continue doing. And yeah, after that first wedding, I was kind of hooked, and here we are
Baby Dith turned into Big Dith.
Yeah, Baby Dith.
Baby
Baby
Dith
Dith.
turned into Big. But I think it's worth noting that you probably would be on a different career path if it wasn't for your
100%.
if it wasn't for your
I'd
lovely
probably
husband.
be miserable.
It'd be.
Oh, God.
I want to make note of this. Okay. So, just for the record, everybody, Meredith has been in my life for
You love telling this story.
5+ years. I had to say this. I had to say this. Okay, Meredith has been in my life for a little over 5 years now, and she wouldn't be in my life if it wasn't for her amazing husband, Steven.
Oh, you're talking right to him in the camera.
Love you, buddy. I love you so much. So they were between me and another photographer, one that I adore, by the way, and like she couldn't make the decision, indecisive and everything like that.
Being a photographer was much harder to pick a wedding photographer. I was like too in it, so I had to just like let go of the reins and let him decide for the final one.
And
Here we
Steven
are.
chose me.
Yes,
He chose me, and do I let her ever live that down? Never.
never.
So, it's so funny though to see like how it's like the butterfly effect kind of thing, like how that works out. And like all seriousness, I've seen you blossom into an incredible shooter. You still work with me. You work at Lauren. You work for yourself. You're your own business.
I work for Meredith.
Like I have yet to work for Meredith.
You have yet to work for any of us because you refuse.
No one asks me to shoot.
Because
you have never asked me to second shoot. None of you have.
You're too good
Joe,
for us.
actually,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm not too big for anybody. I will second shoot for you if you need a second shooter. I will. I'd love to see you both work and do your thing. But no one ever asked me. No one has ever formally asked, "Hey, Mike, are you available to second shoot?"
Maybe I prefer Lauren.
What?
Maybe I prefer hanging out with
That's
Lauren.
fine. I don't. That's
girl's
fine.
girl.
I prefer
girl's
sitting in
girl.
my fucking pool all summer. That's what I prefer.
Oh, okay. Now he prefers sitting in his pool. Okay.
I said I would absolutely second shoot for you fucking assholes, okay? I knew this was gonna fucking happen because they're like besties and they hang out all the time now.
Well, she doesn't talk shit about my smut.
No, because you got her into the smut.
I didn't get her into the smut.
Didn't
The
you-
smut was just waiting for her.
That you got me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Didn't you like introduce her to the smut? Like, or
Yes.
like, yeah.
The
I
Bible
did?
study group.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah.
Say, I know these things. All right,
Bought her a necklace. She wears it.
Yeah.
all right. Before we get into smut, because this could just derail the
I
whole
can make
conversation.
that the whole conversation.
Listen,
I know
you
you
and
could.
Evie got to talk about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I get to talk to you about smut.
Yeah.
At the end of the episode, we talked about it. At the end of the episode, you laid on the fucking floor. I'll walk out. At the end of the
I
episode.
got up and laid down.
Okay, but let's get into the actual
Yeah.
conversation
Absolutely.
here about second shooting. So your first second shooting experience was with me, but what was that like? Was it nerve-wracking? Like how did it unfold? Like in terms of like when you second shoot, it's so fast-paced. It's
Yeah.
like kind of like I always equate it to like playing a sport where like, you move up a level and you're like automatically like it's like going from college to the pros. You're in it. It's faster. Everything moves quick. What was that like second shooting for the first time on a real wedding day?
Yeah. So I was super nervous. I think we had a phone call. I was like, am I ready for this? And like I said before, I did have like a very solid base and foundation, like a solid foundation in photography. I knew, how to set up a in focus, well composed shot that's, exposed
work your
correctly.
camera, yeah.
So that's, I think, half the battle. So I knew that I could produce images that were going to be usable for you, but it was just like making sure that I matched your style or, just had fun with it as well. But I walked in, introduced myself. I wanted to make sure that I was being professional and, representing your brand very carefully so that, that I wasn't overstepping anywhere. And yeah, I set up the groom. I remember he asked me, how long have you been working with Michael? And I was like, a couple of months now. Because I never want to
She's great.
I never want to
great at
make
that.
a client nervous or anything.
They're still a client
Yeah,
of mine and they
I know,
love me.
they're
So.
amazing. Yeah. I'll never forget their wedding day because it really changed.
It was beautiful.
It was a smaller wedding, which I think was very helpful for like easing me into it, so to speak. But yeah, I just remember being very nervous, but then like within that first like 20 minutes, it kind of like all fell away. It was, just got into the groove of it. And I was watching you work, especially on the day, taking note of how you interacted with the clients and just trying to like absorb as much of that as possible.
That's part of it too. Like you said, representing a brand, right? Like it was like when you're a second shooter, you're not representing yourself. You are, but in a sense, you're representing somebody else's brand.
Yeah,
so like,
your name was tied to me being there.
Yeah. So like you're working for somebody, you represent, while you represent yourself, you're really representing someone else's body of work, their business and all that stuff. So like you handled yourself so well that day that to me was like the number one thing. You could take, let's just say mediocre photos as a second shooter, but if the client experience is really good, the day could be salvaged, you know, with photography. If you miss moments, different story. But at the same point, like I think that interaction, that customer interaction and stuff like that is equally as important as taking the actual photos, which you crushed. So that was going to be like kind of the bridge into like what makes a great second shooter. But you know, Lauren, I know when she works for you, it's a different world. You know, like, so do you approach, Meredith, when you second shoot, because you second shoot for me, you second shoot for Lauren, Joe, you've second shot a lot for a lot of different photographers.
Yeah, for a lot of people, yeah.
So how do you approach and like being a second shooter for other people, and what makes a great second shooter?
Well, what I always try to do is I try to be like a photo chameleon of sorts. So how I shoot for you and for Mike, it's like totally different than how I would shoot for, you know, a light and airy photographer, or, you know, someone that's maybe a little bit more documentary or something like that. So I would always I ask questions. I'm like never afraid to ask questions on a wedding day. So I've asked to see full galleries, get on phone calls with them, just so that I can make sure that I'm matching their style if they want me to. Sometimes they're like, no, just do your thing. Or they're like, yeah, we want more fly on the wall aspects of things. Or yeah, if they're light and airy, I try to maybe not overexpose, but like expose differently than how I would like underexpose for, you know, working with you. So I always try to like keep that in mind of like what the final product is for their clients, so that I can make sure that the gallery feels cohesive.
Oh,
I think that's important too, because like Mike, you didn't really, did you say you second shot for like one?
I should second shot for a studio. At first, a luxury studio, which was mainly under one photographer. And then I second shot for, I'd say like 3 or 4 other photographers. I never really, you second shot for a lot of people.
Yes, a lot of very different.
Right. And I did too. So I get what you're saying, where you like, you meet a lot of different types of photographers and kind of have to match their style, or at the very least, like study their style to try and see how best to translate your images so that it represents their work.
Yeah, because I would call myself more of like a lifestyle photographer versus, you know, these people that are very editorial. So I might shoot a little different for the editorial photographers, maybe use more direct flash if that's something that I see a lot in their galleries, just so that, yeah, like the final images will look the same when they're, you know, next to each other in the gallery.
Because you're a smart cookie.
She's so smart.
Oh God.
No, legitimately, like I've watched her evolution, and like she's taken, and I love that she second shoots for other people, because I think that's the best thing you could do as a second shooter is work for other photographers, especially established ones that have been around for a long time and things like that. And you watch and you kind of take a little bit of pieces of each photographer, and it kind of helps you build your own brand.
I was going to say, like, what has been your favorite part of second shooting? Because you have gone full time. You are also like your own business owner. You shoot your own weddings. It's important to note here. Like Meredith is not just a second shooter. She has her own business. I love
second shooting. Yeah.
But like, what's your favorite part about second shooting? Because you love to do it.
Yeah, I shoot like 60 weddings a year. So one of my favorite parts is like I'm able to be more creative than say I would be as like a lead shooter on a wedding day. Because when you're a lead shooter, you want to make sure that you're getting like those bread and butter moments for your clients. But then the second shooter can, you know, shoot through the trees, get some like weird angles, so they really like elevate the end product for their client. And I think that just keeps me on my toes, that I can be more creative, think outside the box, so that when I, you know, go back to lead shooting, that I can kind of translate those skills and, you know, elevate the experience.
I have a question to piggyback off of that, because I want the group discussion.
Oh
on
gosh,
this.
okay.
What do you think about photographers who flip-flop that.
Oh, like that, like they'll put the lead, like
They
The
put
second
as the
shooter
lead.
is in charge of like the main
Parts,
images.
yeah.
Ooh, I've
And then-
never experienced that.
I'm only seeing this now because this was a question that was like asked in our group that I saw a whole discussion thread on. And I was like, I've never seen a photographer do that.
I've seen videographers do that, actually.
only
Your video, Carlo did that.
Oh, yes.
Like Carlo shot
Carlo.
like all the secondary angles a lot more than I think Steve was the like
Yeah.
kind of the interaction portion, like shooting from the head, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's interesting because I've seen that more since we've gotten started.
It's so interesting. I've
And
never
like
seen
because they
that.
want to get the creative angles and stuff like that. But at the same point, like if you have a good, reliable second shooter,
Why do you need to?
why do you need to? You know,
It's true, because I guess
I think it's like an ego thing.
it is an ego thing.
Like
and
they want to be the ones to post like the or to share the creative shots as their own.
I'll be honest with you, but like, all right, Ohika Castle, for example.
Yeah.
Okay, like you shot at Ohika,
Yeah.
you shot at Ohika. There's a shot at Ohika that is like the money shot.
Oh, the balcony
The
shot?
balcony shot of the bride walking down the aisle with the ceremony and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That is a photographer's dream shot. Okay,
and they don't want their second getting
they
it.
they don't want their second getting that shot.
That's crazy.
I'll be honest
That's
with
selfish.
you. You would be in the balcony. Like
Yeah.
with me, if we were shooting at Ohika, we've never shot at Ohika together, but if that would be the money shot is still the shot of the bride facing camera walking with her dad or loved one walking down the aisle. I still think that shot is equally as important as the balcony shot. So I think a good second shooter is going to get that shot, creative, all that stuff. I've given you like the balcony. I give you the
Yeah.
balcony shots all the time.
Yeah.
But there are times where I've said,
Damn, I wished I took that.
there are, but like it's still in my gallery. Like she's working for the business and stuff like
How
that.
often do you see Meredith's photos and just go, fuck, I wish I took that photo?
You shared
All the
one on
time.
Instagram one
Yeah.
time, yeah.
I do it all the time. And like this is a good bridge to this question because like a lot of photographers are like, they'll talk about like crediting second shooters and stuff like that. I will like personally, I don't credit my second shooters on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like standard posts, yeah.
Standard posts. But what I will do is if the second shooter is the thumbnail image, I always shout that out.
Yes, and you've done that for
Like,
me because
I-
you're the kindest person.
I try to.
Or
So we're super excited to announce a partnership with Aftershoot. Aftershoot AI is designed to speed up and simplify every step of the process from importing, culling, editing, and exporting. Aftershoot truly changed the game for us as wedding photographers.
I love Aftershoot.
Isn't it so great?
Yeah, culling is super easy. Editing is super easy. You train your own profile based on the way that you edit.
It's so good.
You know what my favorite part is?
What is it?
Unlimited edits.
Isn't that great? Like, it's just you pay one price per month or per year. You're locked in. Amazing. Edit as much as you want on the go. Like you could be on an airplane and it works.
Okay, I changed my mind. That's the best part.
Like love that. Like you be on the go. You don't need internet to work the program. It is so simple, so easy to use, and it's incredible. And I think you guys should try it out.
You can cull thousands of photos in minutes with AI that helps identify the best selections. Build an editing profile based on the way that you edit, or you can even select one from top industry pros. Export right into Lightroom, Capture One, or Bridge for fast and accurate results.
So with an Aftershoot subscription, you get an all-in-one AI assistant that can cull, edit, crop, straighten, export, and now you could also retouch using it as well. No paying an extra, it's all included.
You can try it for free for 30 days using the link in the show notes and use code TVT15 for 15% off a subscription purchase. Wedding vendors, do you need a contract? The Legal Paige is a legal education platform for small businesses and a contract template shop. They help you get legally legit in minutes.
So we're super excited to partner with them. Lauren, I know you've been using them for a long time, and I started using them last year. Damn.
Listen, on top of being one of my favorite people in the universe, Paige has created such an amazing resource for wedding vendors.
They are the resource for wedding pros looking for full-length contracts, short forms, a la carte clauses. So whether you're a photographer, videographer, planner, florist, DJ, you name it, the Legal Paige is a contract that will make your business legally legit.
All contracts have been reviewed and critiqued by industry-leading professionals and come with free future updates made by the Legal Paige's legal team.
So Paige also is a retired wedding and family photographer. But she is an attorney, so she has a very unique perspective and expertise when it comes to photography contracts.
She offers free education through their blog posts, podcast episodes, and YouTube channel.
You know what's super cool about this, Lauren?
What?
We got a code,
I love codes.
right? So you could use code TBT10, and you know what that gets you?
10% off.
Anything in the shop. So you want to get your business legally legit, check out the Legal Page.
Or I've seen you also do this. Like there was one, Meredith retouched a photo for you.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And you actually tagged me and Meredith in that one because it was a photo I took
Yeah, it was
for
like
you.
a groom photo you took, a bride picture that you took, and then I retouched
Yeah.
it together.
And you merged it.
Yeah.
You merged
So
it
like
together,
the three
yeah.
of us just like
Yeah.
combined.
Yeah, but like it is a team effort at the end of the day, and like I'm not afraid of like I'm not afraid of that. Like in terms of like, oh, if I credit my second shooter,
I'm gonna
like
steal all your clients, Michael.
Like I don't ever think like that. Like you like because but a lot of photographers do.
I'm very
know.
threatened by.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're very threatened by that they're going to lose. And I probably have in the past, like to second shooters and stuff like that, but like before you. That's okay. Like I'm still in business. I'm established. I'm not intimidated. But at the same point, I want to let my second shooters flourish and get those shots because they're important. Like you get balcony shots all the time with me. You get balcony shots all the time. The epic wides, okay, I will be like, we're in the ceremony space, right? I'll be like, I'm 135. The 135 is the tighter shot, right? Like it's the,
For those at home that don't know.
you need to get that shot, right? Like you need to get the tight of the couple. First kiss, boom, all right? So I'll say to you guys, wide. Like I'll be like, I'll just,
Yeah,
I'll
and
be
I've
like,
asked that on
like, I'm
on
like,
a
go
day,
wide,
yeah.
go wide. Because that's the epic shot. Like at the end of the day, the landscape photos are the epic photos. Those are the ones that the couples are gonna.
Him and his landscape.
They are, right? Like, but like when you think about it, like let's be real, like those are the ones that like they're the trendy Instagram photos. They're the ones that like get
You mean
seen.
the vertical?
Yeah, the vertical, yeah, the
Oh,
verticals.
landscape is.
This way,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's not vertical. That's horizontal.
horizontal. Fuck.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm losing my fucking shit. Okay, this is what happens when I don't sleep. But you know what I mean. Landscape photos, right? Like those are the epic ones.
Yeah.
So you want that coverage and all that stuff. I just think with second shooters, I think if you're hiring a second shooter and you're the main shooter, if you're intimidated by your second shooter, you got a lot to learn about yourself.
Right.
Like you do. Like
All a second shooter does is give you more value,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
I think you can agree.
Yes, I would definitely agree. But I also think it's worth mentioning, like, how do you guys like vet your second shooters that aren't me that you haven't been working with for 5 years?
I've been having to do that in a long time because it's like
I always give my equipment list. I know that's important
Mm-hmm.
because like making sure that you have the correct equipment to
yes.
actually shoot the day is very important. But when it comes to just like vetting the work, if you like it or.
I didn't used to do this, but this is a new thing that I've started doing, and it's meeting with them in person.
Yeah.
Right now I have two. One is you, and one is Adam, who are like my main second shooters, who I go to first. But I need to meet you and know what your personality is going to be like if we vibe together. If we don't, and your portfolio could be fantastic, but if we don't vibe, it's
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a
no
long
for
day.
me,
It's a long
dog.
day. It's hard to work. It's like you're stepping on each other's toes, stuff like that. Like I don't ever have to worry about that with you guys because you know where I'm going to be. You guys get like if
I know
you
just
see
to
me
go somewhere else.
like that's 100. Like I see it all the time. Like I'll start like speeches and toasts and stuff like that. I start walking over as the main to like change angles. You guys flip flop. Like that's how I think a good second always looks at that is like you're not ever in competition with one another. You complement one another.
Yeah.
And but vibes are very
Vibes
important.
are the best.
Like-
the most important.
Like because if you don't get along with
It's going to be a long day.
a long day, it's like working a job that you don't want to be there for. Like why would you want why like as a main, if I had a second shooter that just didn't love what they were doing, I'd be like, I'm never hiring you again.
Right.
Like you're never coming back, like kind of thing.
Yeah.
That'd be like one and done for me. But I haven't had to do that. But vetting, how I vetted you is exactly how I vet second shooters.
Yeah.
Meet with them, check equipment. Like, what equipment do you have? Do you have dual card memory slots? Do you have how many
variety of
lenses?
lenses, yeah.
Like more than one camera, really important. A lot of second shooters that are starting only have one camera. You need to have backups. I'm sorry. But like if you want a second shoot for another photographer, you need to have more than one camera, multiple batteries, flashes, backup flashes.
And there's a million people that'll argue this, I'm sure. Because I keep seeing it. It's like, I only one camera crew. Good for you, I guess.
I had a camera die on a shoot.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have my backup on me, what would I have done?
You're good. You're good until you're not.
Well, your rehearsal dinner doesn't need coverage.
What happens if you drop your camera? Like accidents happen.
My shutter just went. It just literally just stopped working. I was like, okay, well, I have another camera.
You have a backup, right?
You're good until you're not. Get the second camera.
Yeah,
you need to have backups.
100%.
Even if you're a second shooter, I don't care. Like if you're just starting, if you don't have two cameras, and I won't hire somebody without a dual memory slot camera.
Yeah, because it goes back to you need to be able to trust them to get get those secondary angles. Make sure, to capture the day. It's all about trust.
Yeah. How do you feel about like brand? Like shooting for a different brand, like you're Sony.
I'm Sony, and like nobody else is Sony, so I feel like I'm always like the odd one out.
I don't think it matters anymore, though. Like, I don't have trouble editing your images anymore.
I edit your images all the time. I don't know.
It doesn't bother me anymore. Like, because a lot of main photographers will say looking for Canon preferred, or like
they want the same.
I don't get that.
At the end of the day, you can make it look the same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I edit. I just delivered a gallery that you were the main second, and I was just like, it's not as hard as it was a few years ago to edit.
Yeah,
because it was a little harder years ago.
Yeah, my older bodies, I feel like the colors were not great. Now the newer ones are.
The newer ones are much better. But the color profiles aren't that far off. Like in terms of like,
I just have to tweak the white balance. And
I had somebody second shoot for me recently with a Nikon, and I was like, right. Perfectly fine.
Yeah, they're fine. Like
they're fine.
Was it Janine? Because Janine shoots Nikon.
Janine and Allie.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Allie was Nikon as well.
Yeah. So like, I have no problem editing like Nikon images, Sony stuff like that, different Canons, all that stuff. Good. I'm glad you flipped that over.
Yeah, it was bothering me. People don't have.
She
respect.
had notes.
I did have notes.
She had no. That's why I thought you were flipping it over because she was just like referencing her.
Up. It was lighting up.
But. That's the part where like there's so many also misconceptions that photographers have about second shooting. That's one of them is like I think the fear of mains, like the fear that main photographers have that second shooters are going to steal their clients. They're going to outperform them. They're going to do bro, it's a team effort. And at the end of the day, a second shooter is working for you.
Yeah.
They're benefiting your brand over anything else. So why not have one?
I think a lot of common misconceptions is like that I'm going to be, promoting my own brand while I'm shooting for you guys. And that's absolutely never the case. If anybody approaches me asking like, oh, you have a business card, who's shooting? I'm always going to give the lead shooters information. But this is also maybe a conversation that you need to have with your seconds to make sure that they understand the professionalism that's expected of them on a wedding day. But also I think another common misconception is that like we don't care about the wedding day as much as the lead shooter. I care as much about your clients as I do like any of my own clients. I want to make sure that they're having the best day, taking care of anything that might arise, that that I'm willing to step up for anything that they need. I think that's just like a really common misconception.
I want to touch back on what you said about like the business card situation, right? And even that can move forward into or bridge into this, which is that second shooters are now starting to get upset if they're not credited by the lead photographer or that they don't have the ability to post and share the images that they took on that wedding day. And I want to hear your thoughts because I have my own thoughts about that.
I think people forget that second shooting is a work for hire situation. So at the end of the day, one, read your contracts because you should definitely have a second shooter agreement with the lead photographer, but the lead shooter owns the copyrights to those images. Them allowing you to use it is just like a personal preference. Again, read your contracts, make sure that you're not stepping on any toes. If they don't want you sharing it publicly, maybe ask if you can share it in a private gallery to, show potential clients. But I'm there to serve the photographer at the end of the day, make sure that their clients get everything that they, or expecting from the lead shooters, but I'm always happy to be able to use my images, but that's not the main focus for me.
You're like a sweet baby angel.
Well, she makes a good point. I mean,
No,
when
it's
you had an agreement with Meredith that she could use those photos for her portfolio.
It's in the contract.
And that will vary.
She could use them on social media.
That will vary per business owner.
Yeah.
Like some photographers allow it, some photographers don't. And then you can't get upset if that's the photographer's rules. If that doesn't
You're
align
agreeing to shoot for them under those rules.
Yeah, you're agreeing. If you're second shooting, you're agreeing to work under the photographer's rule. Now, if they don't have a contract,
You need to have a contract.
if you're a main photographer and you're hiring a second shooter, you should always have a second shooter agreement. That's just how it is.
You know, the best of friends can have a falling out, and if you don't have a solid contract, it's, you know, you're setting yourself both up for failure.
Yeah. I let my seconds use their images, portfolio, creating their own galleries, posting on social media. The only thing about social media that I said, and I said this and I got heat for it, but I just say you have to put like second shooting for my handle, and then you can't tag the venue, vendors, or couple. And that's it. That's
That's pretty standard too.
Yeah.
Like I would never tag a couple. I would never try to, you know, have them view my images as like some type of final product that they may get, because they're not going to. Like the way I edit it is going to be different than the way that you edit it. So I think that's just like important. Never tag, couples, vendors, venue. Yeah, I tag you. Some photographers prefer I don't tag them because they don't want confusion. So there's like, everybody has different preferences. So that's why you need a really good contract to really lay out the ground rules of using the images or not using the images.
Yeah. I just think it's like at the end of the day, I have told you this, and like she was more established, so I don't think I ever relayed this. She had her own business and everything like that. My goal is not to keep you as a second shooter ever. You have stuck around because you like shooting. I think you like shooting for me, but like my goal,
say so.
Okay, it's fine, it's fine. My goal is to never keep a second shooter as a second shooter. My goal is to watch them flourish, grow, have their own business, far surpass me one day. And I've told you that countless times. I tell Joe that all the time because Joe was just starting, all that stuff. She had an established business. I want to see my second shooters far outperform me. Like that's the goal: is learn, grow, establish.
Photo daddy.
And 100% photo daddy. Baby. Merch. Oh, by the way, merch. Look at this. If you guys didn't notice, okay, this will be out. This will be out by the time this episode drops. Merch available.
Woo! Link in bio.
Link in bio.
Merch is available. Yay! It only took 2 fucking years.
Did it. And guess what? Big Dith picked it all up.
Yeah. Thanks, Meredith. Not only our second shooter.
They trust me so much.
We trust you with everything. You and your fucking car that I just.
Oh yes, she's in the parking lot.
The silver bullet.
The silver bullet, Big Dith.
She has a car. If you've been following me long enough,
You've posted it, yeah.
Her license. The reason we call her Big Dith is because her license plate says Big Dith.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, she drives.
It's a hoopty.
It's 2007 Hyundai Azera.
Okay, like
leaks oil everywhere.
It's beat to shit. I've told her this, and she could afford a new car. She's running that
car.
I know you love that fucking car. It makes me nervous you driving that car.
I drive my children in that car.
I don't know how. I don't know how. It's like she hasn't gotten it washed in forever.
No, I did get it washed.
Did you?
Yes, I did get
when?
it washed. Like you saw it a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
You got it washed?
I got it washed for the first time in like 14 years.
The first time in 14 years.
I can confidently
14 years. How has the paint not come off in the wash? Like, you know?
In the wash.
The top coat has definitely seen better days.
Oh my God, Meredith.
But
Like, she makes me so nervous when she drives this car. She rolls up and like it says Big Dith on it and all this stuff, and it's beat to shit. And I'm like, can you just get a new car, please? And she's just like, oh yeah, this sensor went off. Oh
my
yeah, this one.
Oh, my airbag light's back on. Yeah, that's fine.
You're just a girl.
I'm just a girl.
Oh my God. But
I'm just a girl.
she picked up the merch in the silver bullet.
Listen, it's still kicking.
She's still kicking.
I mean, listen, you don't have a car payment.
No,
And like, you know.
I haven't had a car payment in over 10 years.
Michael, in this economy, a new car?
I know.
Oh no.
What do you mean?
I know. Steven has a nice car. Just like I always say, just steal Steven's car, you know?
Yeah. Well, no, I hate his car.
I see.
See? She's made herself comfortable in Big Dith.
I know.
Big Dith in Big Dith.
I know. I get so
Big Dith.
I've sat in Big Dith, I think, 2 times in my life, and I'm just like, I need to get like,
I've
I'm just
driven
so.
a bride in Big Dith.
I know you have. Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. I cleaned it out recently.
Well, Big
She's
Dith is
clean.
legendary, and that's why we call her Big Dith, by the way. So
Yes.
BDE.
BDE.
Big Dith energy.
Back on topic.
Yeah.
Little segue.
How did second shooting help you grow as a photographer?
I think I touched on it a little bit before, is that, I was able to get more creative and have a little bit more freedom during the day without a lot of the pressure of being the lead shooter, and just like have fun and really try to flex that like creative muscle.
Yeah. Now, what skills do you think second shooters gain that are harder to learn as a solo shooter, though?
Ooh.
That's a tough question.
It is a tough question. I think that that professionalism, how to like hold yourself in front of clients, managing emotions, managing timelines. Like when I first started and I did like a few elopements before I started second shooting for you, I had like no idea how to, write out a timeline to allocate enough time for everything. So I was kind of just like flying by the seat of my pants, and I don't suggest anybody doing that. So, watching you on a wedding day, watching Lauren on a wedding day, like how, they interact with clients and, just how they let the flow of the day go was just incredibly helpful.
That's very important, because like taking a
it's
step back
hard.
and like observing sometimes is the one thing I've seen with other second shooters that they don't do enough of.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to insert themselves in terms of like, like you said it before, but like you're a work for hire kind of thing. Like, so like following the lead of a lead photographer, seeing how they handle situations, how their personality is, and then kind of blending into that.
Yeah.
You do have to be like a chameleon in a sense, because
Everyone's different.
Every client's different too. Like couples, like clients are different. Like I'm a chameleon on a wedding day too. Like in terms of like, I know I have certain clients that are a little bit more reserved than others. I have ones that are bubbly and outgoing, and like, you'll know it.
Yeah, you gotta like match the energy for the day.
Like I always love that you say like they're a prototypical Mike couple though. That's
because you do have like your typical couples. And it makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
I also think like one of the things that actually is challenging for us as creatives is like when you're solo shooting, you have an idea of what or how you want to compose an image, and that's already pre-posed, right? Like you posed it, When there's a photographer that you're working under who has set up a shot and you can see exactly where they're standing, it's up to you to like decide what the next best composition is with that pose. So you're not standing next to the lead shooter.
You don't always have the best angle, so to speak.
Sometimes the angle is just weird
but
for you.
You got to roll with it and maybe get a little weird.
So maybe you focus on a detail instead of the whole
I think
frame.
it made my storytelling better being a second shooter, because I was able to just like focus on, maybe grandma's crying or something during the ceremony and focusing on that instead of
the in-between moments.
The altar instead. It just made my storytelling, being able to focus on those little moments instead of the big moments.
I think I always say this, but like get the safety, but then get creative.
Yeah.
Like always.
That was literally in my notes, is like you have to get your safety shots, but then like have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, that's like I tell you that, I've told you that every wedding. Like have fun, get creative,
Room
get weird.
prep, I'll make sure I get those standard, the shots that they're expecting, that they've seen in the galleries, and then maybe I'm shooting through a window or something else, and just having a little fun with it.
It's the best thing you could do. It's just like that's how I learned too. It was the same way. Like your path was very similar to mine in terms of like second shooting first allowed me to kind of step back, observe, and see the creativity of wedding photography that I still enact into my main shooting. Yeah. And like sometimes I do it to this day, but like, as the main, you kind of manage the situation of the day.
Yeah, you don't have the same freedom as a lead shooter versus a second shooter. So that's why I think it's a really good learning opportunity if you take it.
So good. I always love when you guys get weird. I'm like, fucking shoot something crazy. Like she pulls out like the copper pipe.
I was gonna say,
like,
the prisms and stuff too.
Yeah, I'm like, and like I always like seeing like my second to like enjoy what they do, because
I always have so much fun on a wedding day.
It kind of keeps you coming back, like, in terms of like,
otherwise it gets stale a little
bit. It does. Like you do the same shit and like over and over and over again, it does get boring. Yeah. So like, I think second shooting does allow you to kind of step out of that.
Yeah, I think I'll always
that
second shoot,
box.
even full time. I would always still second shoot just because it.
I said that too.
Yeah.
It's very like it's. I still love to do
Lofty
it.
dreams, right? I think it's what you
It's
said.
tough. I'd like
When
to
was
do
the
it
last
one.
time you second shot for
3 years
anyone?
ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say
3 years
for
ago.
Liz.
Liz.
Yeah.
Liz, when Liz retired, I
It was
second
like her
shot.
last wedding.
It was it was her. It was one of her last weddings.
Yeah.
And I second shot for her. So that was.
I think it
3
keeps you
3
fresh
years ago.
though. You should second shoot again.
I
sometime.
want to.
Yeah.
No one asked me to. Again, no one asked me, hey, like, Mike, you want to come second shoot? Can you second shoot? I'd love to fucking second shoot. No one asked me to. I'd love to see how you guys operate. No one asked me to. Joe has. Joe asked me to associate shoot for him once. I was not available. But, like, no one asked me. Nobody. I would love to observe. Because I second shoot totally different than I main. Like,
I would love to see it. Maybe maybe next year.
maybe next year. I'm taking less weddings, so I could probably do 1 or 2. So,
Okay.
Well,
noted.
okay, there you go. All right, and they're not gonna fucking DM me. This is what it's all about. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Share a time when you learned something really valuable while second shooting.
You taught me off-camera flash at a wedding,
Wow.
which was very interesting. You were shooting details, and like I said before, you can't be afraid to ask questions as a second shooter. So you were lighting the details in the reception space, and I was like, "Hey, how are you? Like, why are you doing it that way? How are you doing that?" And you literally talked me through the whole process while you were doing it. I don't even know if you really realized you were like doing a lesson,
Don't
so
remember.
to speak.
Don't remember. Yeah.
And then I think you even gave me your lights and was like, okay, go have fun. Because you had gotten all the shots that you needed. We had a little bit of downtime and you're like, okay, go have fun with this. Like you try something out. Let's see what you get. And that was like a very valuable experience that I don't think that you would necessarily be able to do on your own, like trying to, solo shoot without second shooting prior, because that's not like, when are you going to have, 20 minutes on a wedding day where I don't necessarily have the responsibilities of covering other things and just taking 20 minutes to, how should I light these flowers? How should I light the menu? How should I do this? And just like messing around and getting creative and having fun with it. And now I would say I'm like kind of an expert in off-camera flash. So, and I use it at every wedding, and it was because of something I learned while I was second shooting.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't, and here I am. I'm like, I'm not even.
Because you were doing it anyway, and that's why don't be afraid to ask questions.
That's how I learned how to use off-camera flash.
Really? Like from another photographer, like on a wedding day.
On
too?
a wedding day.
Wow. And
you
that's
have to treat it as
honestly,
a
that's how I learned too. You
Yeah.
know, like so.
you have to build those skills, because where else? Like, I don't have a giant centerpiece in my house to just like sit and like, or a table setting to like to
Yeah.
light and try to
an invitation suite.
Yeah,
like all
I
that
don't
stuff,
have that stuff at home and on hand to just be able to like practice. Like, yeah, I could practice on other things, but it's the actual product, like being in front of you makes it that much easier to visualize what you're doing.
Yeah.
So it was very helpful.
I think like also like, it's very easy for me to sit here and say like, just ask me. I will happily show. A lot of second shooters will be like, well, I don't work for people like that. Here's my take here. Work for people that do treat you that way. Like, don't work for those dickheads, because there are plenty of good people out there that are willing to show, teach, like give you examples, let you use images, all that stuff. Like there are plenty in our area. There's so many. So
I would say like most of the
We have
people I work
such a
with
good
are.
community of photographers here, and it's bizarre because it's so saturated. It's not
But
like
we're all willing to help each other.
we're
which
all
is so
willing to
fun.
help each
Yeah.
other out. And I feel like that, I don't know if it's necessarily rare other places, but I know that in maybe more rural areas, there's not as many photographers, and maybe they feel like there's competition or they don't have a community mentality.
yeah.
Try.
It's
That-
always
yeah.
community over competition, in my opinion. So
That's the part where I think also a note for main photographers out there is that, the better you are with a second shooter in terms of how, like, the better you treat them. And that's not just with money. That's also with like experience, time, like expertise, teaching them, stuff like that. The more willing they will go above and beyond for you. And that's just the way I think society works in general. But at the same point, as a second shooter, I will go above and beyond to teach my second shooters little things. Like now, I feel like you guys are so well established. I don't have to teach anything, but I will happily teach something if you're asking me a question and be like, yeah, I'm doing that like this because of this.
Yeah.
And like just showing that stuff. Because, you know, you've been my second shooter for 5 years. You are not my longest tenured, but you have worked the most weddings out of any second shooter that has ever worked for me. And I think part of the reason she sticks around, you know, is
Maybe you're like kind of nice. Like you're
kind of nice. I'm just saying, I traveled with your family to Ireland.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
true.
I'm literally an honorary member of the Shine family.
Yes, you are.
And my family is too.
Yes, your kids. I love them.
But my kids like just
And Queen Sarah.
Yeah. Oh, the queen, of course.
Queen.
You know,
We all like Sarah more than Mike.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm.
Everybody likes her more than me. That's not a question here. That's not.
I just
even
wanted
a debate.
the audience to know.
That's not a debate. My wife is lovely.
Yeah, but going back to what you said,
she is the
before,
wind beneath my wings. That's from the basement.
I
Yard.
know. I picked up what you were putting down.
There you go.
Going back to what you said before, yeah, there's plenty of photographers I don't work with anymore just
Yeah.
because they weren't pleasant on the wedding day, didn't treat me nicely, or any, like, you know, for whatever reason, our vibes were off. So there's plenty of people that in studios too that I no longer work for just because I won't take dates if they, you know, throw them at me, because there's no incentive for me to go there and to be kind of treated poorly and, you know, not be able to use the images, all, like, you know, all the things. And like, why would I put myself out there like that if I'm not going to get anything that's valuable in return?
You ever just feel like you're playing catch up with inquiries?
Nuh-uh.
Why not?
Because I have Honeybook.
Isn't Honeybook like the absolute best?
Yeah, it's been game changing for my business.
It is like the biggest game changer for wedding creatives, for wedding vendors. You don't understand it until you're in it.
Everything is fully automated. You can have the AI like pretty much take care of everything for you and only just personalize everything as you go.
Exactly. So like now the second someone inquires, they get automated personalized messages without like lifting a finger. That's like the biggest thing for me. I'm getting back to my clients quicker. I'm giving them like personalized responses. You can't beat that with a CRM platform.
No, my workflow on the back end has been so much more streamlined since signing up with Honeybook, I think 4 years ago.
It's like having a business partner that just makes you look super professional. And follow-ups handled. You don't even have to think about it. Honeybook keeps everything running behind the scenes.
Which means more book clients without the stress. Honestly, if you're still manually chasing leads, it's time to switch to Honeybook.
Do it. Get your time back. Grow your business. Start your free trial today with the link in our description. Super excited to announce a partnership with Blacksmith Print Co.
Look at this thick bitch.
Oh, God. Yo, she's spicy. I love her. Yeah. So Blacksmith brings quality, simplicity, and a boutique customer service to photographers looking to upgrade their album experience. These things are fucking good.
Beautiful.
I mean, we picked them up. Like, we got Brady, the owner, sent us these sample albums with our photos in them. One, they look gorgeous. Color was
Fantastic.
spot fucking on. Beautiful, beautiful albums. Super thick, super heavy.
He also walked us through the design process and onboarding personally.
Yeah.
And he does that for every single client that he books.
Yeah, and I love that personalized experience. So the albums included, like what he offers, 8x8, 10x10, 12x12 sizes available. So included with an album purchase is premium packaging, free shipping, any cover material. They have leather, linen, embossed names, raised letters, cameo window option, and embossing foil so you can see your names and everything like that.
90% of orders ship within 7 business days, and ordering is super easy right through the website. Blacksmith only takes 30 to 50 new photographers a year who are looking to order 15 albums a year or more. A special offer for Vendor Table listeners who qualify will get $500 of album credits towards your first sample when you mention the Vendor Table in the How Did You Hear About Us section when applying on Blacksmith's website.
So check them out for yourself at blacksmithprintco.com. Yeah. Now let's talk about building your own business, but stepping into becoming a main photographer. Because I think the goal for every second shooter is if you start off, you want to do this full time.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's not a lot of full-time second shooters.
There's not. So the goal is ultimately to build your own business, become established and stuff like that. At what point did you feel like you were ready to step out from second shooting and start taking on weddings for yourself?
I felt ready when like those nerves of a wedding day didn't hit in the morning. And I had probably shot, 30 or so weddings. I knew the timelines of the day. I knew how to anticipate the different moments, how to manage people's emotions that might be high on a day and not get flustered in those moments. And that's when I was like, okay, I think I can start, putting myself out there. I also had a large portfolio of images and that I could show potential clients where they could see, what the final product could potentially look like instead of just like a few, portraits here and there that don't like show the value. I think that's when I was pretty ready. And then I took some associate weddings first so that I wasn't.
That was with me, right?
I did some associate for you and for a few other photographers. So I could get like my toes wet in lead shooting, but I still didn't have like all of the client communication prior, the timeline prep. Like that was something that the lead shooter, the main photographer still took care of, but I was the lead shooter on the wedding day. And so that was, you get your toes wet, you can see how would I, kind of run the day. And that was very helpful of like seeing if I really wanted to go full time with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you associate shot 6, 7 weddings for me. I think
7 or 8,
so it's and we haven't done associates in a while just because I can't manage the workload.
It's a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot. But no, and that's where you crush it. And like as a main, I try to have you communicate with the clients a little bit more. Like from the sense of like getting to know them.
You want
them
to be able to talk to who's actually going to be there on their wedding day.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what you should do. If you're going to hire an associate, you should
the studios don't do that, which is, I think.
That's crazy to me.
I wouldn't get the client's information until like the night before, which I think was absolutely wild.
It's a transaction at that point. And I feel like wedding photography is so personal.
It's so personal. You're capturing somebody's wedding day and like I didn't know your name until like 12 hours ago. Like that feels very wrong.
Yeah. And look at some of the associate weddings you shot for me where the clients like still like adore you. So I think that's like really, really awesome. Now, what was the biggest, okay. So like there's challenges, right? With anything.
Yeah.
Stepping into becoming a main and forming your own business. But what is the biggest challenge you face going like from a second shooter to running a business, not just shooting, but running a business?
That is like the one thing that I would say second shooting doesn't teach you is the business side of things. And like I had never kept a day in my life. I had no idea how to do that. Or, just establishing an LLC, getting umbrella insurance, all of that back end stuff. I had no idea what I was doing. Mm-hmm. So that was something that like I had to really put the legwork in of my own, just sitting on YouTube Academy and like just like researching everything so that I could make sure that I set a good business foundation before I started taking anybody's money. Mm-hmm. I think that was like one of the most challenging things going full time.
Well,
mine was time management.
Time management. Oh, like when you went full time, just managing your day to day.
To go from, well, I was a unique case, I guess. I also had like 2 jobs at the same time. So I had like a routine essentially. And then when those 2 other jobs were completely removed and I had all of this like perceived free time, I didn't know what to do with myself when I was starting. I was like, what do I do? Mm-hmm. And then when it started getting busy, then I was like, what do I do?
Mm-hmm. I know that's hard. Like, the editing time, client communication, all of that is definitely tough to manage, especially if you're still working a full-time job.
Yeah, that's the hardest part because I went from full-time, like a full-time 9 to 5 to that and like learning the bookkeeping side. And that's the hardest part. Like, I always tell everybody like take a marketing class, but I remember talking to you about it. Like, you're like, should I become an LLC? Yes.
LLC, S Corp, there's too many things.
Like just establish your business that is separate from your own personal shit.
Yeah.
So that everything's separate. So God forbid anything happened, it's your business that's liable, not yourself kind of thing. The other part, time management, like Lauren said, establish a schedule, like especially with what you do.
Still something I'm bad.
I'm bad at it too. I can't even sit here and be like, oh, you should establish it because I fucking suck at it.
I'm still, editing galleries at 2 a.m. and everything.
That was me last night.
Oh, I edit for sure until the.
Until the
11 p.m. hits and I'm fucking conked.
Yeah, you're out like early.
I'm done. I have like a solid now that school's back, Guys,
Yeah.
I'm so productive.
My kids aren't in
Yeah.
school yet, so
Yeah.
that's tough.
I know.
I get to put them to bed at 8 and 8 to
So here's the thing.
2.
Meredith also still has a full-time job,
Yes.
2 kids. She's second shooting and trying to run her own business.
Yeah.
So she's the busiest person I've ever met and also the best person I've ever met.
Yeah, she's the most reliable person I think I've ever met in my entire life. Like,
She'll
there's-
never fumble ever.
Yeah, like legitimately.
Oh, you're gonna make me blush.
Well, that's another thing. Like one of the biggest issues that I've seen in trying to hire reliable seconds is that they're not fucking reliable.
They're not reliable. No.
I don't want to hire somebody 6 months out or a year out and then 2 weeks before the wedding they go, hey, can I go to
Yeah.
this person's wedding?
Yep. No.
No,
like
you made a commitment.
I tell my second shooters, if you get your own wedding, like
Give me a heads up.
You need to tell me
Yeah.
immediately. Like you booked
done
it.
that with
Yeah,
you.
and she's done that.
But I
And then
also-
she's found coverage.
I was gonna say I also always find coverage.
She finds her own coverage because you did with me as well.
Yeah.
And
I never leave anybody high and dry. Like,
exactly.
Like it, so I mean, you could take a lesson learned from her. I didn't ask you to do that. I never taught
but
you
I
like,
would
hey, like go
never-
get coverage. Oh, you got your own wedding. I never said that to you.
No, but I know you have like other things on your plate that maybe finding another second shooter is not something that you guys have time for.
But
Can I
that's-
talk to you?
yeah.
Let me give you an example of Meredith in a nutshell,
God.
right?
I have
no.
one too, so I'm gonna let you go
no.
first.
I invited Meredith to go out to dinner, right?
Oh, yes. Oh no.
That was going to be my treat. I wanted to take Meredith out to dinner because I owed her a drink after having a baby, right? Took her out. She fucking paid.
Oh no.
Yeah.
She paid. And then we went back to my house. I said, okay, do you want to hang out for a little bit before you go home? Sure. We're talking about my TV. My TV's volume is whatever because I don't have a sound bar. She goes, you don't have a sound bar? I'll get you one.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. All right.
I didn't get you a housewarming gift.
Yeah.
So
She
I
takes
owe you.
she takes note of everybody's like interest too. Like
I'm a
I
pretty good
said
gift
one
giver.
time, I was just like one time in my fucking life, I said, like she asked like what was the first camera I shot on, which was a Canon AE1, and I didn't have it. Christmas, she gets me a Canon AE1. The other thing that Meredith did, okay, her sister's wedding.
Oh goodness.
Her sister's wedding was in Ireland. My Irish wedding, that was her sister's wedding. Okay. So Meredith is a bridesmaid at this wedding. Okay. She also had a little baby, a husband, all this stuff, right? There with her entire family. Okay. I didn't ask her to do this one bit. I'm there shooting the wedding solo. What does Meredith do? She walks down the aisle as a bridesmaid, has her camera and harness in one of the pews, grabs it, puts it on, and does the reverse shot of her sister walking down the aisle.
I knew she would want that shot.
I didn't ask you for that. So
How could I not?
she did that, and then second shot her sister's wedding in a bridesmaid's dress with me the entire day, and handed me the cards, and she's like, "Here you go," and I'm like, what was it? You shot 3,000 images.
I did, yes.
And then I went home at like 2:00 in the morning from drinking from like in the pubs and everything after I was done, but I was wearing my cameras all night. And she shot more content like till like 4 a.m. So that's who she is. So those are our Meredith stories. I have more too.
She made me a book bouquet
a book.
yeah,
bouquet.
for my
you
birthday
did.
and then drove it to me. Do you know how
Everyone-
far away she lives from me? An hour.
Like that's yeah. Everyone wishes they had a second shooter like Meredith. That's why she's Big Dith energy all day. Match dropping phones. It's fine. Everything's good. But this has been such a great episode.
Anything I missed?
I don't even know.
I'm glad
All right, like
you
I-
finally got to make an appearance.
Yes.
I know.
This
We've
was-
been talking about it for so long.
And the audience was just like, we want Big Dith. We want Big Dith, which I think is crazy that they picked up on
Big
that.
Dith, 5'1". Big Dith.
All right, last thing I'm going to ask
The
you.
table full of shorties.
Yeah, we're not.
We are not a tall
We did
table.
not win the genetic lottery here. All right, last piece of advice that I want you to give a piece of advice to second shooters that eventually want to run their own business. What's one piece of advice that you could give to every second shooter out there looking to run their own business?
You just have to go for it. Like, unfortunately, that's like maybe a little bit of a cop-out answer. I remember when I was trying to get into second shooting, like I could come up with every excuse in the book of like, okay, I don't have time to do it. Is this something I really want to do? But like, you just have to really take that leap. Like I said, I was cold emailing photographers and was like, hey, I just really want to get into weddings. How did you do it? Do you have any words of advice? Just like really making that leap and investing the time in yourself for that and asking questions. That's a big one. I always on a wedding day, I'm like, what lens do you want me on? Like those aren't stupid questions. And I feel like photographers, second shooters might be afraid to like look like they don't know what they're doing when it's not necessarily that. It's like, I want variety for you guys. So like asking those questions so to make sure that, you know, we're both not shooting on a 50 all day so that when you look back at the images, you're like, what the heck? These are all the same. Like making sure that there's variety and there's no silly question.
Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Treat it like a classroom if you can. Like obviously first things first, you're shooting for, you know, another photographer, but like be a sponge, absorb everything that you can because it's just going to make you a better photographer in the end.
Love it.
Solid.
All right, let's get into the rapid fire portion. This is it. Okay, rapid fire questions off the top of your head. It's not this or that anymore. It's rapid fire. Okay. All right. Okay. So Lauren, kick it off.
Big wedding or small intimate elopement?
I did a big wedding, so big wedding.
Big weddings. Yeah. Band or DJ?
DJ.
Yeah. God, no one says bands. Lauren Ashley.
Ashley's the only person.
She's the only outlier. Wow.
I like, you know, not wedding songs, so to speak. So a band is going to play a lot of weddings.
Yeah. You had a fun wedding. You had a really fun wedding. Cold as shit.
Oh, yeah. It was really cold.
It was really cold. Your sisters were miserable. I love your sisters.
Don't get me started. I have 5 sisters, so
she is one of, God bless Kevin, okay? Like, her dad is the nicest man ever, by the way. He had
6 girls.
6 girls. And his last set were twins.
Yes,
She's
I'm
a twin.
Yes.
She's the youngest. She's the baby.
She's also a twin,
Yeah. So 6 girls. Could you imagine? Oh my God, 6 girls in one. 7
What's
women in one house.
What's wrong with 6 women in one house?
7 women in one house. And wait, did you?
Mom.
And then your grandma lived with you for a little bit too, or no?
Not really.
Okay,
but
all right. But 7 women in one house.
Yeah, he had the dogs.
God bless his patience. Okay.
We actually had 3 girl dogs.
Oh my God, your poor father.
Growing up, yeah.
All right. You get the next one.
Dream destination to shoot at?
Scotland.
Ooh.
Delicious.
I got an inquiry for Scotland. I was hoping that one would book. They did not, unfortunately. All right. Last question. I know what it is, but okay. Your go-to after wedding meal?
Taco Bell.
I knew it.
100%. I'm dreaming about it currently.
I know, I'm starving.
A Baja Blast right now would have been.
I'm hungry too. But it's so funny because like mine is Wendy's, but there's also a Wendy's right by my house. There's no Taco Bells by my house, but I've been craving Taco Bell.
I had it 2 days ago. I have it every Tuesday.
Do you really? Taco Tuesday?
Steven has to play World of Warcraft with his friends, and we get Taco Bell.
That's remember we got Taco Bell after the one wedding upstate?
Oh my God, that wedding. Yeah.
Okay, the pig trough wedding?
Yeah, the pig trough wedding.
If you guys are an upstate New York wedding vendor and you know the pig trough that's in the shed.
Oh, people know.
Of that one venue?
Yeah, I posted it on the group.
Of that one venue, it amazed me how many vendors knew that venue.
Yeah, I got so many DMs that were like, oh, I've been there. Yep.
Crazy. But that was the last time I had Taco Bell.
That was like 2 years ago.
I know. That's the last time I had Taco Bell.
Oh my God, you're missing out.
There's no Taco Bells by me. There's no Taco Bells.
It's worth an adventure.
I know. I'm like
Uber
dying.
Eats not exist by you?
There's no Taco Bells
Hey,
like
do you
within the
want to make
driving
birria
distance.
tacos with me? Because they look so good on TikTok.
100%.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. We're ending
with
this
Baja
episode.
Blast.
Shut up. Okay.
What?
Okay. Rude. Okay.
We didn't even have our smut corner. That's fine. We'll talk later.
About Resand.
Zayden Ryerson and Resand.
In Resand, yeah.
Who's the bat boy? Which one is that
The
one?
bat boy?
Yeah.
Reese.
Resand. So he's a bat boy?
I mean, that's just
that's
what he's called.
That's like the nickname for it.
Does he have wings?
He has
Yeah, he has
wings. Yeah,
wings.
all the boys have
Do
wings.
do they like, all right, I'm interested. Okay.
Cassian,
Does he have like, does he
Azrael.
walk around with wings?
No, they can,
or
like-
they come out like an
Sometimes,
angel?
No, they can come out.
They come out like an angel.
But
It depends on how he's feeling.
Yeah, usually if he's angry.
So when he's like,
And if you
but
touch them, he gets horny.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're very sensitive.
Do they expand when he's fucking? Is that what happens?
I don't know if they'd ever
I don't know if it
mentioned
ever
it.
went into detail about the
Did you ever see Lucifer? The
Yes,
show
of
Lucifer?
course.
Oh,
Come on.
Oh yeah, that's a perfect show for you. Who was the girl in Lucifer? Like the demon girl.
Oh,
I didn't watch this.
Because of an M.
Sorry.
Yeah, something like you remind me of her like a little bit, like the demon fucking
love that for me.
like
Mazikeen.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I never finished that show. That's a good show to kind of get caught back up on. You know what it was? After they did that fucking musical episode, I stopped watching. That was it. They had a musical.
Yeah, that was weird. I ended up departing from that as well.
Yeah.
I just listened to my smut instead.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
You
if
listen
you like
to
that,
Yeah.
You're a smut listener.
I'm an audiobook girl.
Wait, are you
Yes.
listening to smut on a wedding day?
oh yeah,
Yes.
we do all the
Oh my
time.
God, we wear
Shut
our,
up.
We wear our AirPods.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Could you
my
imagine if that
AirPods,
just
yeah.
connects to Bluetooth, like the DJ Bluetooth? It's like it's like Rastand is fucking like this.
Well,
this
my car
demon
it
elf.
automatically connects
was
as soon as I
listening-
started. So sometimes I'm like, oh no, don't turn it.
I was listening to Serial Killer Smut while I was in a church with her one time.
Yes,
Serial
yes.
killer
Oh, Butcher
smut.
and Blackbird.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
You're
It was
gonna.
the second one, Leather and Lark.
How'd you not like burst into flames when you walked in the church?
Well,
Michael,
Every-
if I haven't burst into flames at this point, regardless, then I'm not going to.
All right, we spent enough time on smut. Okay, I gave you your moment. All right, Meredith,
Hi.
where can they find you?
I'm Meredith Shine Photo on Instagram and TikTok, and my website is just meredithshine.com.
Amazing, Lauren. Where can they find you?
You can find me at LaurenO'BrienPhoto.com and Lauren O'Brien Photo and the Feral Photog on Instagram and TikTok. Where can they find you, Mike?
At Michael Casaro Photo on Instagram, TikTok, as well as my website. And you can find us at the Vendor Table Pod on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, as well as
Our Facebook group, and she's a mod.
Yes.
and merch is
Merch.
available. It's fucking available. Holy shit, it better be available when this episode
Oh my
comes out.
God, I will actually fucking unalive
It's
myself.
available. Okay, it will be available. It's ready to go. Okay, merch available. Link in bio. Check it out. It's been fun, guys. We'll catch you next time.
Can we get food?
Okay, bye.
Bye.